Manchester United, known as the most successful team in the Premier League era. If it's down to their treble-winning season or their historic '08 season, Manchester United have been at the very front thanks to this man, Sir Alex Ferguson, who went out a winner in his final year. And then we hired this man, who had never won anything before in his life. He was gone in 9 months. Then we hired this man, who wouldn't know the Man United way, even if it smacked him right in the face. He was also gone. And then we hired this man, who should never have been hired by Manchester United in the first place. That was a mistake. Then we hired Ollie. He's done very well, but the jury's still out on him. But what if Manchester United fell all the way down to the National League? How would they recover? Well, in this video, we're going to find out via Football Manager. Alright then guys, so we are finally in the Vanarama National League, what every Man City and Liverpool fan have always dreamed of, I assume. We're going to be facing teams like Aldershot, Eastleigh, Solihull Moors, Yeovil, teams that we're not really associated with. It's going to be quite interesting. I understand that this first season is probably going to be simple, like we're going to go up, we're going to be champions, but it's about how well they perform. Do they go undefeated? Do they win every game? Do they do that? Like, how much is the team going to change in January? Do players who want Champions League football move on? These questions are going to be answered in this series, and this series is more about the later years. So this first year is a foregone conclusion. They're going to go up. It's so simple. They're going to go up. They're too good not to go up. But it's about how they do throughout the year. So I'm thinking around about League One time when they go up to that league. How much is the team going to change? How many players have actually left to go to rival teams to go play Champions League football? How much of this coaching system has changed? Has Ollie left by then? Has the owners changed? These questions are going to be found out in this video. And another thing to see as well is the reputation going to drop? Do players not want to join Manchester United? Are Manchester United only ever going to be able to buy the league players that they're in? We're going to find out. What we're going to do is we're going to sim through the whole season, and then when we come back, we'll find out how we did. Alright guys, welcome back. First season's over and done with, and lo and behold, Manchester United are the champions of the Vanarama National League. Who would have thought it, huh? Yeah, they've absolutely smashed it. Not surprised. They come top of the league. They've won 43 games out of the 44. They drew one game against Dagenham Redbridge. They scored a bucket amount of goals and barely conceded any. And they've got 130 points for it. I'm not surprised. They've got the full squad there from the actual Premier League season. I'm not surprised if they're absolutely smashing it in the league. As we can see, there's barely been any changes, if any. They've signed someone called Marcus Harness. He wasn't there before. So that's one change. Let's go to the transfer history and actually see what's going on. Let's go and see who they've actually sold first. So from the looks of it, none of them has really... There's a couple here that were already there before. But the big one there looks like Daniel James. Daniel James has gone to Newcastle for 10 million. So he's gone. Not a massive sale. But to replace him, we've brought in Marcus Harness from Portsmouth. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea who he is. Portsmouth fans, I'm so sorry. But I have no idea who he is. Let's actually look at the squad, the tactics here. Yeah, this looks like obviously the team that they were playing at the end of the season, probably the last game here, because I wouldn't expect some of these players to actually be starting. Let's go and look at the squad, look at the stats here. Bruno Fernandes, obviously 23 goals, 25 assists. He's absolutely smashed it. Not surprised at all. Even Mason Greenwood got himself 23 goals. The big hitters have done really well with the stats there. Even the youngster, Amad Diallo there, 12 goals, 13 assists. The youngster absolutely smashing it. In this in the non-league, but it looks like Manchester United a foregone conclusion. Really, they've won. Let's see what they go into League Two. League Two is going to be interesting because they're going to have a summer transfer window now, and it'll be to see what players stick around, who moves on, who's going to go off to teams that are playing Champions League football and are not competing in the National League or League Two, should I say. I'm just going to have a look at the stats here, just a brief overview. This Marcus Harness has actually got a very good rating for the quality set that he has. So I even caught there that Dean Henderson got the most clean sheets, which alludes to maybe De Gea not playing. Maybe Dean Henderson's the new number one. Who knows? All I know is there's probably going to be some major changes going into League Two. So we're going to simulate for the second season, come to the end, and we'll see how we did. Alright guys, welcome back for Season 2 in League 2. And Manchester United, surprise, surprise, they've absolutely smashed it once again. They are champions of League 2. Ollie has done wonders. He is getting us up there. He's going to get us back in the Premier League. Absolutely smashed it. As you can see, Manchester United champions. They won 44 of the 46 games, only drawing 2 to Swindon and to Salford. That must have been a good game. And they've absolutely smashed it with the goals as well. No surprise. The only surprise I have is that they've done so well, which alludes to them probably keeping all their big hitters like Marcus and Bruno. Ollie's not changed there. The reputation has not changed, which is strange. I would have thought that they would have got... I've seen there as well that they've got Jared Bowen from West Ham. That's a little bit weird. That's probably going to allude to the simulation. Obviously, you're never going to get it perfect. It's never going to be completely realistic because I don't care how big a team you are. If you're in League 2, you ain't dropping down from the Premier League to join Manchester United. Let's have a look at some of the ins and outs, though. It looks like there's been a lot of outs and not many ins. That doesn't surprise me. Players like Phil Jones, Sergio Romero have gone. I can see there as well Axel Tuanzebe. He's gone to Marseille. And Luke Shaw's gone to Lazio there as well. That's not a surprise there. I can see further down the list as well, Diego Dallo and Scott McTominay is gone. He's gone as well. Brandon Williams is gone. He's gone to Arsenal. Strange. And it looks like Jesse Lingard has gone out on loan as well, down to Marseille as well. So he's joined Axel Tuanzebe there for the season. Like I said, players we brought in a few players I've never really heard of. But we've brought in Jared Bowen from West Ham, and that's a surprising one. Like I said, never going to be completely realistic, but they needed someone for the right wing. Just seeing how good this guy is. I can't pronounce that name. I'm not even going to try. And I'm not even going to try with this as well. Aguila Rosas, by the looks of it. Looks good. He's got good potential, so maybe this is them building for when they do make it back, and they got to have some young players come in. Let's have a look at the side. Obviously, you still got Dean Henderson, De Gea fighting it out. It looks like they're sharing appearances in this league. And then obviously you've got the main guys here, Aaron Wan-Bissaka and the centre-backs. And nothing's really changed at the back there. Basically, the squad has changed a little bit, but the first team 11 has not really changed. That hasn't really changed since they've been dropped from the Premier League all the way down to the Vanarama National. It looks like Scott McTominay actually went out on loan, so he's actually still there. Maybe he's a possible sale afterwards. But big hitters like Marcus Rashford, obviously True Red, he's going to stay by the looks of it. Amad Diallo did well again, the youngster, looks like he's coming through nicely. I'll be surprised if they manage to keep some of these players again for another season. I can't see how that's going to happen. Yeah, let's have a look at the stats again here. Obviously dominated by Manchester United players. Absolutely smashing it is Bruno. Like, he's just the best player in the league. That doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me that it's dominated by United. The only thing that surprised me there is the clean sheets. Neither are our goalkeepers there. But, oh, right. Okay, so both of them have got 13 clean sheets. So actually, Manchester United kept 26 clean sheets that season. So that makes more sense. So yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how they do now, because I feel like this summer transfer window, if it didn't happen last one, it's going to happen this time. They're going to get absolutely demolished in the transfer window, where half of their team is more than likely going to go. I can't see them staying in this with this same 11 basically from the Premier League that we've dropped them down to. Let's just have a look and see if they've won anything. Where do I go here? Just go here. Obviously, they've won the conference, well, the National League, the non-league football. And they've won League 2. They won anything else? They've taken, obviously, the major drop. Looks like they won... Oh, yeah, okay. So they won the Papa John's Trophy as well. So that's, again, something that no other Manchester United manager has ever done. So well done, Ollie, being Norwich under 23s 2-0. So what we're going to do, obviously, we're going to simulate another season in League 1, and we're going to see the changes. We're going to see what happens in this season. How many changes are going to happen? Is the coaching team going to change? How many transfers are going to be in and out? Are they going to start buying players that are more matched for their league level? It normally evens out over series like that. So what we'll do is obviously checking the results here. So it's just a sea of green. It's going to change. That's going to have to change at some point. I can't see them keeping this up because they're going to have to get rid of their players because the players are just going to move on eventually. They did it right in the FA Cup, to be fair. So let's move on. Alright guys, so League One, we're back. Manchester United again, champions of League One. They've absolutely smashed it once again. Few surprises in this one. Obviously, there must be some type of decline in the squad now. Because Manchester United didn't win pretty much all their games. So let's have a look and see how they actually did. They got 40 wins with 4 draws and actually lost 2 games in League One. So now they're going out the divisions. It's getting slightly. They actually lost to Salford, so they must have gone up with them. Obviously, the division is getting slightly tougher now. They still smashed it. Obviously, absolutely smashed it. But I think there's probably been some decline. So let's have a look. Obviously, Ollie is still at the wheel for them, so that's good news. Looks like the squad has taken a bit of a hit. I can see players who are no longer there. The reputation is still there though. So let's go have a look at the transfers. And yes, there we go. Lots of outs. So let's have a look there. Look, Jarrod Bowen spent 1 season, then got sold back to the Premier League side Southampton. Fred's gone. Alex Telles has gone to West Ham. Martial went to Lazio. Andres Pereira, Shakhtar. Bruno Fernandes is gone. He's gone to Wolves. And Aaron Wan-Bissaka and Scott McTominay have both left as well. So big names there. The 2 big names there are obviously Bruno Fernandes and Martial. They've brought in players like Alexis McAllister from Brighton. Again, and John Stones from Paris Saint-Germain. Okay, so obviously John Stones isn't going to leave Paris Saint-Germain, the Champions League team, to come to Manchester United in League One. So there goes a little bit of realism, but obviously what it has done is they have got rid of some of the squad, the big hitters in there, especially Bruno. Bruno is a massive loss, but Manchester United still smashing it. As we can see here, some of the players are still there. Marcus Rashford is obviously still there. True Red, he's never going to leave. It'll be interesting to see how they progress now in the Championship. Obviously, Marcus Rashford, it looks like he's become the big man for the club. Now Bruno has gone. So it'll be interesting to see how we do in the Championship. Amad Diallo looks like he's progressing so well, so nicely. And there we go as well. It looks like De Gea and Dean Henderson were sharing duties again. Looks like De Gea got the edge on him that year over Dean Henderson. So in the Championship, again, another transfer window. How much is the squad going to get depleted? How many names are they going to be able to bring in to keep their momentum going up into the Premier League? These are all questions to be asked. Obviously, you're going to get some unrealistic signings like John Stones, but you got to remember as well, these couple of years going in, by the time they get to the actual Premier League and maybe Champions League football, players like John Stones are going to be old. So this is the league they're going up to the Sky Bet Championship. Some decent teams in there. I don't think it's going to be all hunky-dory. Let's see how they get on. Hello guys, and we're back, and Manchester United back champions. They've won the Sky Bet Championship. First time I'm asking. It looks like they've absolutely smashed it once again. 122 points this year. They go through with 39 victories from the 46 games. Only 5 drawn and 2 losses. As you can see, teams like Crystal Palace, Leeds and Burnley have dropped all the way down here as well. Just showing you the losses there to Leeds and Crystal Palace. But look like the former Premier League sides. So they are basically punching above their level still. They are still a Premier League side, just in the wrong division. Have made some changes. I've just seen Maximin and Scott McTominay's back. So I generally believe he left. So let's have a look at some of these transfers, shall we? That's gone out. Young players have gone out here. Manchester United always have an amazing amount of young players that go out every single season. But let's look for some big hitters. Can't see any from there. So let's see who we brought in. So obviously we brought in Osimhen, St. Maximin, and then Rob Holding, strangely. And then we signed a bunch of players as well that I don't know, with Basuma as well. So we've signed some good players. St. Maximin is a strange one. Osimhen is the strangest one. But clearly Manchester United thought they needed to get a striker. For him to drop down again, this is what I'm saying about the realism. Because of their reputation not taking a hit, like I thought it would, they've been able to sign some of these big hitters still. Which makes it slightly not realistic. But here's the tactics. Still playing the same formation. Still got De Gea and Dean Henderson. Still sharing the duties there. Let's have a look at the stats. Marcus Rashford, still true red, 29 goals, 7 assists, absolutely smashing. Amad Diallo looks like amazing talent. 23 goals and 16 assists. And Osimhen is obviously helping up front as well. Here's the stats here. Rashford top goal scorer and Diallo in third. I mean, he's absolutely smashing it. He's got the best average rating. And him and Pogba are top 2 in the assists. Pogba's not one I've really spoke about, but he has stayed with Manchester United all this time, which again is probably not realistic. But some of this is not going to be what actually happens, but it's the best possible simulation you can do, just for the fact of you can't exactly help their reputation. They're Manchester United. Anyway, let's go to the Premier League. We can see here Liverpool won it that year. We're coming back up to the Premier League. In fact, Liverpool have won it ever since their season, but they won it last year, and ever since we've gone, they've always won it with City in second. I would like to try and disrupt the flow. I would like to see if Manchester United could do that. It look like they've still got their reputation, so they should be able to sign some, really talented players and make a challenge. Be interested to see how they do first season. I predict that they'll finish inside the top 10, but let's see how they do. Let's move on to the next season. Alright guys, so here we are back in the first time we're back in the Premier League since being relegated all the way down to the Vanarama and Ashford, and Manchester United finished 6th, which is good. I thought they'd finish inside the top 10. They've finished in Europe. European 2. I mean, it's not the best one, but it's a solid season. They've had a good season. And look, the teams that they lost to, some innocuous ones there, like Bournemouth and whatever. But there's some big teams, Man City and Liverpool, but they only lost to them like once. So they've done pretty well. Again, couldn't break the jinx. Liverpool have still won the league. Everton finishing in second out of absolutely nowhere. So it's a Liverpool dominating season by the looks of it. Manchester United are finishing 6th. I'm pretty impressed with that. I would like to see them obviously build from this point onwards. Ollie's still at the wheel. Nothing has changed there. He's still playing the same system. The reputation is still strong. But I can see that there's some big players that have come in here. So it looks like players like Anthony has moved in here as well to play for as a striker. So let's have a look at who they brought in and who they got rid of. Scott McTominay gone back on loan. Dean Henderson left. John Stones left. They went to Wolves, both of them. Strangely. Omar Richards, I never really paid much attention to him, but he's gone as well. Let's have a look here. Some other players. Lindelof looks like he's gone as well. And then we brought in Nicolas Saul to replace him. And Anthony from Paris Saint-Germain. We seem to just buy all these Paris Saint-Germain players. But we brought them in as well to strengthen the squad. He seems to be taking the main mantle of playing up front. Marcus Rashford still playing off the left. Diallo seems to be an absolute star. Look at his attributes. They're absolutely incredible. It looks like he's going to be the talisman for Manchester United now. And then obviously they've got a decent back four there, but they've got to obviously build. They need to replace Rob Holding for me there. Obviously they brought in Saul, but him and Maguire, they've got to be pushing their 30s now. Let's have a look. Marcus Ashford, obviously 21 goals. Amad Diallo there, double digits in both goals and assists. He's smashing it. He's actually become the talisman. Hannibal, the youngster, he's got himself 15 assists. Let's have a look at this. Look at those stats. Wow. He must be starting all of the time. Okay, we'll move on to some other players here. So Harry Maguire is obviously still here. They've got to probably... Why is Osimhen in the under-23s? Anyway, they've probably got to replace... He didn't play any games. Anyway, Maguire is probably going to have to get replaced at some point. Probably as well as Nicolas Saul, because those defenders are going to be way too old soon, and they're going to need to... Oh, look. No more Glazers. Tony Stewart has taken the helm. Something that I haven't checked is how we've done in club competitions. So let's have a look at the schedule. So it looks like we did pretty well in the Carabao 4th round there. Quarter final. It's good. They won the semi-final as well. They lost the second leg of it, but they won for Oh, and they won the final. So they beat Liverpool in the Carabao Cup final. And it looks like they did well in the FA Cup as well. Fifth round, I can see. They absolutely smashed Liverpool 3-0 in that cup final. Quarter final, they beat West Ham. So, again, doing very well there. And then, there we go. So they lost to Manchester City in the semi-final. Oh, that seems to be a thing that happens now. We lose to City in the finals. So anyway, going into next season, are Man United going to build on it? We'll do one more season, the final season. Let's see how well they progress and see if they can get themselves into that top 4 champions. Right, guys, we're back for the final season. And as you can see, we didn't quite make top 4. We finished 5th. We actually improved on the season before. We finished from 6th to 5th this year. So we did a lot better. If my memory sounds correct, I think we had 61 points. Yeah, we did. We had 61 points. So we actually improved by 8 points. So we did have a better season. We didn't draw as many games from what I can see. Good news, I guess. Liverpool didn't win the league. But they have overtaken us on titles now. Man City, other rivals, decided to win the league this year. Everton fall from grace. They finished 2nd last year and they've fallen all the way down to 12th. Anyway, Manchester United in 5th place. They did have a better season. Let's just have a look at the team and see if any changes have been made. So, wow, big change straight away. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer no longer at the helm. Let's have a look. When did that change? Let's have a look at the manager. When did he come in? Let's have a look here. No, I want to see his contract, don't I? Let's. Can I see it here? No. I need to go to his contracts, I think. So let's have a look. Have a look at his contract. Okay. So yeah, so he started on the 7th of the 7th. So Ollie got the sack basically at the end of the last season, or left, one of the two. And this new manager, Gerardo Sawan, something like that, started in July. And he got him from 6th to 5th. So a massive improvement by this manager. Ollie, yeah, he just haven't looked to see if he got sacked or not. But I can't find it. So let's have a look here. Any milestone? No. Oh, okay, right. So it's not here. So anyway, look, Manchester United don't have Ole Gunnar Solskjaer anymore. So they got a new manager. So let's have a look at the team itself. A few more players have gone out. Let's have a look. And Rob Holding finally left about time. Basuma has gone on loan, so he didn't have a very good start with Man United. Really, they didn't stay very long. Manchester United signed a few players, but these players now they're going to start turning into players that are regens. So these are not going to be players that we've actually heard of before, but they did a little bit of business. They got Rodri from Juventus. Obviously been dying for that defensive midfielder for years. Looks like they finally went out and got one. They're still playing a decent side there. Hannibal looks like he's getting some game time. Let's have a look at the actual squad itself and see if there's been any major developments here. Obviously, De Gea still here, still the number 1. He outlasted Dean Henderson, so that's good for him. Donny van der Beek still here, and then obviously Rashford's still here as well. True Red, never gonna leave, never gonna leave. Victor Osimhen's still playing for the under-23s. Bizarrely, didn't score any goals, get any assists. Let's have a look at the stats. Anthony got the most goals, 21. Diallo, 18 goals and 15 assists. This guy really has turned into the Bruno Fernandes of this side. It really has. If his talent actually relays that in real life, then happy days. See, chairman still Tony Stewart. Coaching stuff, it doesn't look like there's changed too much here. Still got Mike Phelan and Charlie Owen. So it doesn't look like they've changed too many things with the new manager. The manager kept the coaching staff. Here's the stats. Don't see a single Man United one in there. You go further down, Rashford's there on 12 goals in the league. Average really. If Anthony's scoring 21 goals, he must have got most of them in cup competitions because there's none in the league there. Amad Diallo, he's definitely Manchester United's best player, I would say. He's absolutely smashing it. So Man United finishing 5th seems like an average thing. I thought they might have done better. I was hoping that they might push. I knew that they probably wouldn't have gone and win the league, but I was really hoping that they were going to push at least and get into the top 4. They're only a point away. They're actually only 2 points away from finishing 3rd. let's have a look at Manchester United. I just want to have a look at their schedule. Did they win any cups this year? Because obviously last year I nearly forgot that they won the Carabao Cup. How did they do this year in the Carabao Cup? The 4th round exit by Arsenal. So not so good this year. Then they're in Euro Cup. So let's have a look at the Euro Cup as well. FA Cup. Yep, 4th round, 5th round. Did very well there. Did well in Euro quarterfinals. They beat Southampton. Again, through against Lazio. Then they beat Liverpool in the semi-final. Then they beat Arsenal in the Euro League final. And then they beat Fulham in the FA Cup final. So they have won a cup. They won the FA Cup final against Fulham. It looks like it was a doozy of a game. 3-3, what a game. And they've actually got this last game here against Chelsea in the Euro Cup final to see who wins that. So what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to go away, sim that, come right back to this and see how they did. Alright guys, so let's see how they did. And oh, they lost. Okay, so they didn't quite win the Euro Cup final, but they did win the FA Cup final. Kai Havertz pinched it for Chelsea in the end. But anyway, that was the simulation. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe to see more content like this in the future. What team do you want to see next? See you around.